Sup, everybody? It's your main man Bennett back here and again, and welcome back to the All About It podcast. Thank you for joining me today. Today we have a very special show, and with me, as always, is Arielle.
Wow, thank you. So soft spoken.
Is that too slow? Too fast?
My charismatic, my wonderful, my everything, my Bargles. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. I wanted to kind of jump into today's show. I usually take a long time to get in to the program.
Right.
And we have a lot of really, important topics that we discuss on the show. And you're here.
Welcome, everyone, to All About It, the show about everything.
Well,
whatever we want.
Right. Right.
That's really it.
So if you're familiar with the program, we appreciate you tuning back in, whether it's wherever you get your podcasts or if you're viewing this on YouTube.
Hey.
And beyond that, if you're new to the show, welcome to the program. Thank you for spending some time with us today. Maybe you'll make it through.
Maybe. Yeah.
Doubtful, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, nothing.
So, on today's episode, what are we here to do? Well, you're in luck. First, we must review the week. Ha!
It's my turn to speak. You may speak, grasshopper. Thank you for your energy ball.
That was a Hadouken.
Okay.
I sent you a Street Fighter style Hadouken of pure love and light and energy and everything before.
I'm dry as a Sahara. Okay, so here's what's happening this week. I almost said I'm a newborn, but it says I'm a new woman.
I feel like a newborn. Yeah. Okay. Wait, so what? Can you start over?
You want to take my picture? Okay. I wrote I'm a new woman, but in my mouth I said newborn, but it's not newborn. I just read it too fast.
So this week.
Right. It's because this is the week I'm starting fresh. I have a bunch of projects I just finished. I wasn't on Instagram a whole lot the past few days. Did you notice that or no? You don't really notice.
Never notice anything about that.
That's the thing. You only notice when it's yourself.
Me?
Right?
I don't notice when it's nothing.
Well, you're kind of you're a grazer. You're a viewer.
I'm a what?
A grazer?
I'm a grazer. Chewing some cud.
That's right.
Right.
I don't know what that means. Okay. Anyway, I just finished a bunch of big projects, a lot of computer work, a lot of
you're just so busy. I mean,
no.
It's not even keep up.
It's not that. It's stuff that I don't normally do all at the same time. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah.
So anyway, it's just I'm so grateful for today and this week and the people that we get to work with, and that's my my bow tied up.
So the week was you feel like a new woman because you completed some projects and you are excited about the projects you have this week. So projects.
This week's a little lighter. Okay.
Well, something that I don't usually do is I usually don't interject or participate when you review the week. I don't like to get into your mess.
But what do you got?
But if you've been watching the show a little bit, the past couple episodes, I think I've brought up that I'm waiting for a switch to come in the mail.
Do you want to hear what my next point was?
Oh, you have more. I thought you were done. You said you put a bow on it.
Still no Nintendo was my next point of entry.
Oh, is that like that's like a little trinket on top of the week?
Still no Nintendo.
Right.
But I wasn't sure if you were sad about it, and I didn't know if you wanted me to bring it up or not.
Oh,
do you want to, honey?
Honey, I am sad.
I am so sorry.
I've gone through all the stages. All the grief. All the depression.
Do you want to explain really quick what happened?
Oh, well, first let me explain what is it 7 steps of grief? Because I feel like I've gone through about 12. I've gone through some extra steps of grief.
And then again.
Acceptance, depression,
and
anger.
I'm feeling your emotions.
Acceptance again, anger again, depression again. So I think I started again. Are you supposed to start over or are you supposed to just be done?
I really don't know. Why don't you explain what happened though?
Oh, you buy a thing online, don't come.
Bargles bought a Nintendo Switch on eBay.
Right, I love eBay.
For a great price, great value.
You know what eBay stands for, right?
I have no idea.
Everybody buys a lot of yummy stuff.
And what day did you order it?
I don't know.
Freaking beginning of February.
It was like, I didn't even know who Anthony Fauci was when I bought.
Oh my God, right?
I didn't even know, who Captain Marvel is.
So you're tracking it on, it's USPS. You're tracking it every day.
Rain, sleet, snow.
Right. I don't know.
Well, we got some good weather here in California.
It's going from a very sunny place to another very sunny place.
Well, I mean, look, I have no judgment. Yes, I do. I have a lot of judgment.
We're not used to losing packages. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen to us for some reason.
So,
but this time.
Look, no, we have not been able to enjoy a Nintendo Switch as of late.
Do we have Mario Kart 8? Yes. Do I have a tiny white and pink kitten Nintendo Switch controller? That's mine.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do we have a Switch? No.
At the juncture where it comes in the mail, bad news, don't care anymore. So let this be a message to the guy on eBay that I'm buying this from. Also, he shares the same name as my older brother.
Oh, cute.
So when I learned that, I was like, okay, well, I have a soft spot. Didn't last long.
Yeah, well.
Gave him an extra 24 hours of sympathy. So, no complaining.
All right,
we feel very
Stuff
lucky and
happens.
fortunate to be able to be in a position to order a gaming system that's several years old, and we paid way above market for it. So I should just be like really lucky about all this, and I should shut my mouth. So I'll shut my mouth. Okay?
You just shut your mouth.
Do you have more?
One more thing. You're going to love this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Bargles name meaning.
Oh,
please,
yes.
And it's a foreshadow. It's gonna work up to our topic today.
Well, why don't we do that in the back?
Okay, let's do it in the topic.
What is today's episode all about?
Today's episode is all about our favorite expressions. Part 2.
Part 2.
You guys loved part 1, so
I know I did.
That was heavily downloaded.
I don't think we're gonna be. I didn't go back and re-listen to that to see.
We don't need to.
I don't think we're going to end up rehashing anything. I think there's so many expressions that just tickle my fancy, which I think in and of itself is an expression. Take it in again. 3, 2, 1, go. So, that's one of those expressions that I like.
Wait, Bargles, tell your name meaning.
My name meaning, right. So, okay.
How did you find out?
Okay. Well, that's a whole nother story, which I will tell right now.
I love it.
When you type in a word into Google and you're like, I don't know that word. Well, you wouldn't have typed it if you didn't know it. But you type in a word to get the definition, and you can click the button. There's a button there. You click it, and it looks like a little sound button, and it says then you hear the robot voice. Sometimes it's a man, sometimes it's a woman. It's not always the same voice. Sometimes it's different.
That's so funny.
Play around at home. Find some words you want to hear a robot say, and sometimes it's a man voice, sometimes a woman. I don't know who makes the decision. Someone at Google probably. But short story shorter. You put in the word, and then you push it, and it's like, I wanted to hear it say Bargles. That's the long story. I wanted to hear the robot say my name, Bargles. Say my name.
Okay.
When you are just a robot, say Bargles or I'll break it. And then, but I wanted to work my way up to Bargles. Bargles isn't a real word. So I'm like, it only does real, like Merriam-Webster, actual real words here. Come to find out, there is a real word or phrase in the English language called argy-bargy. Now I know what you're thinking. Argy-bargy, that's not Bargles. Well, there is a synonym for argy-bargy, which is argle-bargles.
I can't with this.
You push the button, you go argle-bargle. Push it again, argle-bargle. And I just sat there for I don't know how long. Long enough. Now, what's the definition of an argle-bargle? Well, it's nonsense talk. It's an individual or it's not
argy-bargy.
It's a bunch of BS.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of blah 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 blah.
And that is Bargles.
Right.
Can you even believe that?
I can.
I created Bargles.
Right.
I started saying it.
Mm-hmm.
It's stuck. It's like one of those sticky hands from the 90s where you slap it onto the wall and then it
cat hair. You didn't even know you had a cat.
Yeah, you get some cat hair, some lint on there, and then it peels off the wall and it falls down. Yeah. That's Bargles.
Mm-hmm.
And
I would be that if I was.
You would be. That's your 90s toy identity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That or the thing where you push your hand on it and it's made of metal and it shows you put on your face and shows your shows your face pushed on the thing. You know what I'm talking about? I always try to, even as a little kid, I try to do like a middle finger into it, and it just never really.
It never did it.
No, sorry. Continue.
No, Bargles is nonsense.
Right.
It's nonsense.
You know, it's a coping mechanism for this really tough world we live in. Is I prefer it my way.
Because everything is so hard. Everything is hard.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. Getting harder. So
that's what she said.
Obviously, this is a show, and today's episode is all about our favorite expressions. Part 2.
That's right. Oh.
So I think we're probably going to have some expressions in this show that we'd like to share that that make us happy or that we just find intriguing. And how would you like to start? I mean, there's a couple expressions that I say all the time. Should we start with the ones that I actually use?
Do you have them written down?
I wrote down a couple that I say all the time.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Cruising for a bruising. I say it all the time. Oh my God.
So basically me when I walk anywhere and I run into a wall, is that what that means?
No, cruising for a bruising is kind of like you're headed towards some form of destruction, and you are the culprit here. You know, you're doing something. You know, you're cruising for a bruising, like you're barking up the wrong tree. I think would be a colloquial synonym for that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you say that a lot.
Another one is the quack quack, water off a duck's back.
You say that more.
We've hashed that.
Beep beep sound in the street.
Or something I've been doing ever since I read the book The Last Dawn by Mario Puzo, which is who wrote The Godfather. He had an expression in there called, "You can go to the bottom of the ocean for all I care."
That's where you got that from?
That's where I got that. It's from a mafioso book.
Ooh, you say that about a lot of people.
I do. They can go to the bottom of the ocean for all I care. And that means I don't want them dead. I just want them down the ocean level floor, where there's no oxygen.
And they have to talk in water talk.
How did I get here, Will? So something like that.
Oh, my God.
Something like that.
Water talk.
And then, of course, the maid in the shade drinking lemonade. Mm-hmm. I'll do that. Or
the woman in the shoe.
Huh?
The woman in the shoe?
How's that go?
How's the old woman that lived in the shoe?
I don't know.
That's a nursery rhyme. Never mind.
Okay, yeah. Swing and a miss on that one. It's okay.
So sorry.
What was the other one I do? It's kind of like a maid in the shade drink. It's like the chillin' like Matt Dillon on penicillin.
Never heard you say that.
I've said that.
Okay.
I've done that one.
Okay. Maybe around your friends.
A little dated because Matt Dillon's not really a thing.
Matt Dillon is the guy from There's Something About Mary.
Right. Yeah.
With the mustache.
Correct. Yeah. He was a much bigger role in the movie The Outsiders.
Oh, yeah.
With Ralph Macchio, Emilio Estevez, Patrick Swayze, Tom Cruise, and Rob Lowe.
Bargles needs to do a movie trivia soon.
Yeah, I think so. So those are some of the expressions that I use relatively frequently lately and in the past. Do you have some that you kind of
can't
even think of it because it's just like a part of your lexicon?
Right. Yeah, lexicon, Brianna Con, Amanda Con. Get it? Okay, here's what we're going to do. Bargles and I each thought of idioms, expressions from the English language, right?
Right, yeah.
You didn't do any offhand languages, did you?
No.
Okay. We're all English, okay?
No, I got some expressions, some turns of phrase, some words.
So what we're going to do, throw them back, and we'll go back and forth, okay?
Okay.
And we're going to guess what the meaning
Ooh,
is.
okay.
So play along at home. You love a good play along episode. Okay? So, Bargles, you go ahead and give me one, and then I'll give you one.
Okay. You're heading down a one-way street to Germsville.
Germsville? A one-way street to Germsville?
Mm-hmm.
You're only you're putting all your eggs in one basket, and you're closed-minded, and you're gonna get sick.
Yes, at the end. You got it right at the end.
What's the first part?
No, you're
a one-way street.
You're headed down a one-way street to Germsville. Like
there's only one way.
Yeah, it's similar to a cruising for a bruising.
Okay,
but in this case, it's a sick. You're going to get sick. You're headed to Germsville means you're headed to either being sick or you're headed to the doctor's office.
Oh, wow.
Or the hospital is Germsville. Doctor, Germsville.
Whoa.
Where do the germs live? Where the doctors are. Uh-huh. So you must be sick. Oh, you got a bad cough. Wow, you sound like you're heading to Germsville.
I feel like if you cough or sneeze now, like in the past year, you're looked at like you're
There's a guy just yesterday.
Deadly.
He was coughing so hard. I was getting into my car, and he's hacking. He's
Oh,
coughing.
God, don't.
Sorry, I'm
Oh, God,
okay.
don't
Okay.
follow
Sorry,
up
okay.
with hacking.
Triggering.
Yeah.
And I looked at him because I
Oh,
noticed
my
him, and we
God.
locked eyes, and he's like, wiping himself, and he goes, oh, don't worry, just cigarettes.
Oh my God.
And I go, oh, okay.
Okay.
It's like, sure,
Keep having fun.
fair enough.
Yeah.
So that was mine, the Germsville.
Okay. Never heard that before in my life. Good to know.
Okay, off to a
Okay, yours
start.
are gonna be so easy.
Well, yeah, I'm good at this.
Okay, dog days.
Dog days?
Yeah.
Like hot days.
Okay.
Like the dog days of summer are like the hot days, panting in the heat like a dog would pant in the heat of sorts.
Can I read you the meaning?
Or is it like playful and fun, like the dog days of summer, or you're having fun with your friends splashing around at the beach?
Okay, so here's what it says.
Okay.
Dog days is an idiom that means the hot days between July and August.
Yeah.
It also means stagnation. She is surprised by the end of a hard period in her life. That's why she hides. She doesn't know how to deal with happiness and the new energy.
What the hell are you doing?
So that Florence and the Machine, the Florence and the Machine song.
Dog
days
are
are
over.
over.
Careful,
That
you're
song?
singing it so good. We're going to get a strike.
Frick. Shut the frick up about my voice.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, everybody.
You can do the full on F.
You need to see us fight.
We have a nice bleep now.
We sure do. They heard that. I'm so sorry about last week, by the way.
Could really use more bleeps in the show. Just saying.
I was in a weird place last week. Okay. So
Okay. The dog days.
So I just want to say one thing. When that song came out, it was like probably right around the time we moved to California when we were in our early 20s. And I was working at 24 Hour Fitness, and I would blast that song in the car when I was like fantasizing about like owning my own business and like not working at 24 Hour Fitness anymore or babysitting anymore. And I'd be like,
Singing it in the car.
Yeah. So
You want to go? You want to just do a sing song?
no, I want to hear your next phrase. Okay. No one wants to hear me sing, not even myself.
Okay. He or she was like a wet rag. I'll say again.
I got it.
Or he's like a wet rag.
Is it the
she's
same?
She's like a wet rag.
Is it the same thing as in Drop Dead Gorgeous when she was like, "You're rode hide and put away wet" or something?
It's rode hard and put away wet. And
it's bad. That's bad.
Yeah, it is. That's a horrible one. That's worse than. I didn't even think about that one. That's a good one.
I hear lines in movies.
It's like the Village Bicycle.
Okay, yeah, everyone gets a ride.
Right.
So I hear movie lines and I think it's something else. Like you just corrected me. Didn't know it was that my entire life.
No, so a wet rag is a synonym for bump on a log.
Okay.
For party pooper.
Okay, yeah.
For a worry wart, I suppose, would kind of start to be bleeding those terms a little bit. A wet rag is, what can you do with a wet rag?
Nothing. Really anything.
Nothing. And it's like party
true.
Party pooper.
Okay.
So that's a wet rag.
That's good. We got into some other topics on that one. It's fine.
Okay, fair enough.
Everyone gets a ride. Oh my god. Okay. Got someone's goat.
Oh, if you get someone's goat, it means you surprised them. It means you caught them off guard, or you had an advantage over them. You got an edge on them. If you get someone's goat, it's like you beated them in battle, or you beat them in a game or something. Maybe if you were, I would assume if you got someone's goat, they're the superior. You're like the underdog, maybe.
All it says is to upset, irritate, or anger someone.
Okay.
Okay, so you kind of got it right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm kind of reading
There's no domination, competition.
Okay, just to get someone goat is just to piss somebody off.
Yeah.
And like frustrate them, bug them.
So you got my goat.
Okay. What is a 5-finger discount?
Frick, I know this.
You are this.
Right when you said that, I am not, by the way. And second of all, it's to steal something. It's to get it for free, isn't it?
Yeah, you've never.
So
you would never
my
consider going in somewhere and not paying.
What is an earworm?
An earworm?
Yeah.
A book?
No.
What am I thinking? Thinking the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. What is an earworm? An idea? An idea?
No.
It's an earworm is like someone planted an idea in your head.
Getting there,
like
but
Inception?
No.
What is it?
Now all I'm picturing is that caterpillar smoking that long joint.
It was a pipe, but...
A catchy song or tune that you can't seem to get out of your head.
Oh, okay.
Like how you've played that song.
The new Bruno Mars. Stop what you're doing right now. Screw the show. Go check out the new Bruno Mars record.
Bargles loves it.
Well,
it's very 70s.
I was just asking myself in my own head, where has Bruno Mars been?
You know, I'm back.
And
I never left.
And now we have our answer. Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak.
They're back.
It's a great song.
They're
and
back.
They're putting out a whole album together. So what are you going to do?
Silk Sonic.
I'm going to tell you, if I could get in a time machine, go back 10 years, and I'm talking to myself, and I'm like, buddy, you got 10 years, and really good Bruno Mars is coming out, I probably would have strangled myself.
Right.
Or maybe not. That's a little too violent. I would have hit myself with a rolled up newspaper several times.
That's still a lot.
Okay.
Your turn for me, Bubbin.
Okay.
Bubbin.
What's a chrome dome?
I don't know. Someone that plays video games.
No, think about
Chrono Trigger.
Think about it. A chrome dome. What is
a robot?
Or who is, or what are the characteristics of someone who you would refer to as a chrome dome?
So like a silver head,
Tin
Tin Man,
so close.
robot.
Shiny head. What's a shiny head?
Bald. Chrome dome bald. Okay.
You never heard of chrome dome?
No.
Wow. Okay.
I've heard of Cronin, Chrono Trigger, Cronin the Barbarian.
Yeah, Cronan.
Okay. Eager Beaver.
Someone that's excited. An eager beaver. They can't wait.
Good job, Bargles.
You know, they can't wait to do whatever they're going to do. The thing they're going to do. They can't wait. They're eager beaver. You know, catch a fish.
Oh.
Gag me with a spoon.
So sorry.
You never heard that one?
No.
You never heard gag me with a spoon?
I've heard a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
Okay, Marie.
Marie
Poppins. What's do your best Dick Van Dyke impression right now? Go.
Oh.
That's enough. That's good. That's plenty. That's plenty. That's good. No, you can be good. You good? You good?
I'm
Okay.
good.
Nice. Okay, now do a animated penguin. Go. Oh, great. All right, that's good. Worth it. It's what we're here for. Someone is here to do what we do.
Please. Okay. I think it means...
Gag me with a spoon. My mother used to say this all the time.
Please,
this is a fernism. She would say
make me shut up. Please, put me out of my misery.
No, gag me with a spoon is like, I disapprove that.
Oh, like it's so disgusting.
Yeah,
like,
it's disgusting. Or it's just like, that is just, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to look at that.
My God.
It's gag me with a spoon. Like, you tell me something that I don't want to hear.
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh, the car's going to be in a shop for another 2 weeks. Oh, gag me with a spoon. Like, I don't want to hear this. I disapprove of this.
Is it something that a girl would say in the 40s? Like, gag me with a spoon.
I don't know the origin. I tried to find it. I couldn't find it. I thought it was like silver spoon in the mouth kind of thing. I don't know. So.
Okay,
yeah.
my next expression. The tail wagging the dog. The tail wagging the dog.
The tail wagging the dog?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Are we sure that that's the...
100% I copied and pasted it.
The tail wagging the dog? Because I've heard of something like the tail walking the dog.
I've never heard that.
Or the dog taking you for a walk.
Or tail's a wagon. Or is that the name of a store where
Something.
a dog goes?
So you're saying, say it again.
The tail wagging the dog.
The tail wagging the dog. I don't.
Maybe because we don't have dogs.
I don't know what that means.
A situation wherein a smaller or less important group appears to control a larger or more important person or organization. Random.
Okay.
I've never heard of it.
Okay.
I thought Bargles would know because he's so smart.
I don't like that one.
Yeah,
I don't like that one because I didn't know it, and it confuses me, and now I'm angry. And Train agrees. How about talk to the hand?
Because the face don't want to listen.
That's right.
That's it.
Or what did the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap.
Slap me?
Okay. Yeah, talk to the hand because the face don't want to hear it.
Yeah. I don't want to hear it. Get out of my face. Talk to my hand.
Talk to the hand. It means I don't want to talk to you, so you can talk to this.
It was like last night when we were watching 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days, the couples tell all. Horrible thing.
What are you talking about? That's one of the best shows out there.
That's what I'm saying. It's like so bad.
Like it's
so bad.
It's the pinnacle of trash TV. But it's,
God, there's so many characters. Okay.
I love them. I love most of them.
So funny. Turn turtle.
To turn turtle.
Just turn turtle.
Like oh, Arielle turned turtle today. Or that chick down the street, she was turning turtle.
What do you think it means?
I'm trying to figure it out. Turning turtle.
No.
Does it mean you fell on your back? You can't get up?
You can go upside down.
You're upside down.
Yeah.
So to turn turtle means
like physically upside down, literally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I like yours.
I don't.
Here's one that we say, and I found out at least a bigger origin for it.
What?
Yada yada yada.
Blah blah blah. Whatever.
Right. Kind of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But yada 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 is a filler. It's a story filler. Made more popular by a certain episode of Seinfeld.
Yada yada yada.
Right, where they made a big deal because George says, I wrote down the quote. He goes, "Well, we were engaged to be married. We bought the wedding invitations. Yada yada yada, and I'm still single." And Jerry's like, "Whoa, wait a minute." What's the yada yada yada? Like, that's very important details that you're leaving out.
He didn't want to be engaged anymore.
No, and I think didn't his fiance die from licking
envelopes?
That's a spoiler.
So sorry.
Big spoiler.
If you haven't watched Seinfeld by now, just I don't know.
So it's like you're glazing over the juicy details of the story.
Yeah.
With a yada yada yada.
Yeah. It's like when
season 8, episode 19.
It's like when girls or guys, I guess, but I feel like girls mostly say it when they're telling a story and they're like, yeah, and she came over and blah, blah, blah. And they do that. When you actually think about when someone says blah, 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 it sounds so weird. It sounds like, I don't know. I've done it. I'm guilty.
I personally hear very different things.
Between yada, yada, yada and blah, blah, blah.
I do.
It's lazier to say blah, blah, blah.
Well, I think blah, blah, blah is dismissive.
Not as important.
Of the, quote, juicy details that you're glazing over.
That's true.
A blah, blah, blah means you could take it or leave it.
That's
but
true.
A yada, yada, yada is a filler of what otherwise would have been mentioned.
Right.
It's the missing details of the story. But I guess teach their own. Right. Okay. That was yada, yada, yada.
Are you ready? Cock and bull story. Cock and bull story.
Cock and bull story. Cock and bull story. Cock and bull story. Wait, can I say that? Am I going to be bleeping a lot with that one?
No. Why? Because cock?
Okay. Right, sure. Well, you don't like it. It's not playtime.
It's not a bad word. A cock is a rooster.
You can also totally cool it. You are a devil who doesn't even wear Prada.
That is not funny.
Oh, okay. So I think a cock and bull story is a story someone tells to impress somebody else. That's what I think.
Yeah, basically. A story that is unlikely to be true, usually boastful or used as an excuse.
The unlikely to be true. So that is a big important indicator there. It could be like a fable or a
embellishment.
An embellished
Did
tale
you like that?
to gain respect or honor from the person. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Also, cock is a thing that you fill in lines with on the wall or the ceiling. Caulking.
Yeah. Okay.
I just wanted to. There's many different meanings.
Is that how you do it? With your fingers like that?
There's a thing. Okay. Okay, your turn.
10 out of 10 would do it again. Okay, so the next one. The chickens are coming home to roost. Bobby
The
Boucher.
chickens are coming home to roost, Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher. What does that mean?
Oh, God. The time is coming. The it's coming down to this.
Why are you still doing a voice?
I'm just talking.
Yeah, you're like, really? Why are you so
I'm
excited?
just talking.
Okay.
It's like it's something something is gonna reveal itself soon, and you better be prepared for it.
I think that's fair.
You know
That's
what I
fair.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
Yeah. What's like the real definition?
The way that I view it is that it's a synonym for you reap what you sow.
Okay, yeah.
Or something like that.
Something's gonna reveal itself soon because of you. Or something
Right,
that you
the chickens
did.
are coming home to roost. Like,
That's
you know,
such a good one.
the byproduct of your actions is coming to fruition.
Right. That's a
you
good
go.
one.
Yeah.
That's great.
We don't have any chickens.
Okay, ready? I have a few more.
Mm-hmm.
More holes than a Swiss cheese.
More holes than a Swiss cheese.
I don't think what I think you're gonna think.
Okay. I think it's someone's telling a story with some holes in it, or it seems there's some dishonesty taking place. It's disingenuous, or there's some level of dishonesty, some level of missing information that is pertinent or paramount to the overall structure of the conversation or situation, whereas vis-a-vis Swiss cheese has noticeable holes in it, so it is not a fully formed piece of cheese like that of a cheddar or that of a Munster Parmesan, something along those lines. Whereas may I? Whereas a Swiss cheese has many holes in it, obviously, and through which those holes could be the missing truth to this moment of speech.
I put my hand on my heart.
I think I did good. Don't even look.
I wasn't thinking about anything you were saying to me.
What? Okay, then what do you want to say?
I don't have anything to say.
Okay. The hep?
I was thinking about how good you are at like talking and bullshitting a little bit.
Okay. Great.
And how much I love you. Okay. Something that has a lot of faults or problems.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
My turn.
There you go.
From Bargles.
Okay.
Woo.
So how about does the Pope in the woods?
Does a bear? It's almost like it's hard to explain. Like, does that thing really? It's almost like, isn't it like sarcasm a little bit? You know where I'm going with that?
You're answering in an overwhelming affirmative. I think that like yeah, sure, or you bet,
right,
or you know it is a synonym for does a bear shit in the woods?
Right.
Is the original expression, which is also an equal footing with is the Pope a Catholic?
Right.
It's kind of like a redundant statement to say like yes.
Right.
So to say does the Pope shit in the woods is to have a little more fun with that sentiment of yeah, like hey man, hey Brian, you're gonna be at Tanner's on Thursday. You got some Coors Light. Does the Pope shit in the woods? And he's like, hell yeah, dude. I got hell yeah. Okay. Hell yeah, dude. I don't know what that's from. Go on.
Oh my god. Okay.
Go on. I only have a couple more, and they're getting really bad.
I have a couple more. Pie in the sky.
Crazy, outlandish.
You're crying.
Wild. Yeah,
You're sobbing.
Yeah.
I love it.
I wear contacts, so you know.
Meaning something nice but unlikely to happen. An empty wish.
Oh. I think that's a little fraudulent.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think
an empty wish.
I don't think that a pie in the sky plan, although maybe I'm wrong, I don't think it inherently is an empty promise or wish. I think that it is a more unlikely thing, like I'm gonna win the lottery. Well, that's a pie in the sky plan. You know what I mean? Like
it is possible.
It's unlikely,
but it's unlikely.
Right. But an empty wish is like
that's depressing.
I agree.
I've never heard anything more depressing. An empty wish.
Oh, by the way, how are you gonna have the idea of an empty wish and the idea of pie? Like,
right? Yeah.
You know?
3.14.
Oh, no, I mean like a...
I know, I'm kidding.
I mean like a fruit...
Kidding.
Like a fruit pie? So...
I failed Algebra 2.
You make a better door than a window.
You're in the way. This is a they family classic.
Really?
Yes. Or you replace door with something else, like you make a better... It's funny. It's funny. Yeah. That's like probably my most known expression.
So you're
my whole
in the
life.
way of like blocking the TV or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually the TV or like something that we're all trying to look at.
Right.
But we wouldn't say it to each other in like a mean way. It's kind of more of a funny inside joke thing.
There you go.
Yeah. A wet blanket. Is this the same thing as a wet rag?
Yeah.
Okay. Crap. Well, that was my last one.
I think that, well, actually wet blanket. I remember I've heard wet blanket.
Okay, you want to hear the
I haven't
real
heard.
definition?
I didn't really hear wet rag, but
Me
I heard,
either.
I've heard wet blanket. Don't be a wet blanket.
Right.
What are you gonna do with a wet blanket?
A person who spoils all the fun by disapproving of all the activities. Someone who dampens everybody's enthusiasm. So it's like that Debbie Downer character on SNL.
Right. Well, all right. Hey. Okay. I have two more.
Okay. Love it. I skipped one. Maybe I can go back to it.
That guy or gal is all hat, no cows, or all hat, no cattle.
All hat, no cat. They
all hat, no cattle.
They like walk the walk, but don't talk the talk.
You have it backwards.
They don't talk the talk, but they walk the walk.
No.
What am I trying to say? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. You got it. You got it.
They
all
act
hat,
like
no
act
cattle.
like they're all that, but they're not really. They're just piece of crap.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but it was basically like someone that talks more than they acts, or like you got a really big hat, but you're not actually a cowboy with a farm and cattle. So it's like it's all look and no show. You know, it's all talk and no follow through.
What do you think about girls wearing hats?
Depends on the hat. Depends on the girl. What kind of hat are we
what
talking
about a bucket hat?
A bucket hat?
Like the little green and white one I wore in Tahoe.
I think bucket hats are great.
Really?
I think that there needs to be more bucket hats, actually.
Okay, good to know.
More bucket hats. And if there's my three favorite hats, actually, are bucket hats. The hats that have the little helicopter on top. And then probably the hats that also have like ear flaps.
Like goofy hats from Disneyland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any of these hats, but I would.
I
Maybe when I get older.
Oh my god.
When I have a little bit more money. I can't afford it. Can't afford it. I need more money. Can't be sitting here spending all my money on hats. I got to call my internet today and say
hilarious.
like, "Hey internet, why you keep on messing with me?" It's like every time I forget about you, you come back and you're more expensive. I'm going to do some grassroots internet. If you want some grassroots internet, hit us up in the comment section below. It's called the Bargles internet service. We don't exist yet, and we're very expensive, low bars.
Yeah, low bars.
But
3G.
you get to deal with me.
Yeah.
Which that might be worth it.
Yeah.
I think could be. 3G. No, we're still working on the first G.
I have one for you.
Okay.
Sacred cow.
The sacred cow.
Why is it all these cows and cocks?
Nice.
Why?
Appreciate you on that one.
No, but why are all these expressions about cows and cocks?
I know you know what? If I had the time or inclination, I'd put like a little counter right here in the corner of all the times you want to use that.
It's not a bad word. It's not a bad word.
Filthy mouth of yours needs to stop it. Okay? Someone might just walk in right at that moment.
Okay, I'm so sorry, but like of all freaking people on the internet, I'm the one that's going to be worried about what comes out of my mouth, and I don't think that's a bad word. I'm sorry.
All right. Well,
Get your mind out of the gutter, Bargles. Frick.
Where were we? What were we talking about?
Sacred cow.
Oh, right, sacred cow. So I feel like that's like a really important thing.
A person, thing, or belief that is unreasonably above criticism or immune from questioning.
Oh, right. Okay.
I just read that, but I wasn't comprehending it as I was reading it.
Something is considered holy and it's by
not worth it.
By virtue itself. I wouldn't say that it's not worth it. It just is that, and thus we must acknowledge its holiness or its kind of separation from the rest. Not to say it's actually like biblical or holy in that way, but that it's sacred, it's special.
Right.
So you need to treat it as such with the respect and acknowledgement.
Interesting.
Regardless of your own personal opinion on it. It's the sacred cow. I now remember.
Okay.
I remember that expression now.
Okay.
It's kind of like the American flag is a sacred cow, because whether or not you think it's an important tool or symbol, it is. You know what I mean? So we kind of all communally accept what is and what isn't a sacred cow in that way.
Do you have another one?
I have one more.
Okay, and then I have a question for you.
Okay. This one I just learned about. It's called Nuke the Fridge. To nuke the fridge.
Like blow up everything that's in it?
No.
To eat everything that's in it?
No.
Donate everything that's in it?
No. It has nothing to do with an actual refrigerator. Although it kind of does in a roundabout way.
Keep it cold.
No. To nuke the fridge is a synonym for to jump the shark.
I don't know what that means.
Right. I know. So to jump the shark or to nuke the fridge is to basically, it's in storytelling, it's in books, movies, television. When the story or the showrunners, people writing it, jump the shark, it's kind of like they're forcing in a thing into the story that feels kind of unnatural, or just for the splendor or the splashiness of it. It's like, well, they really kind of went out on a limb.
So
on that one.
Nuking a refrigerator is like, that's a good example, I guess.
There's an Indiana Jones movie where he's gonna get hit by an atom bomb, like a nuclear bomb's gonna hit Indiana Jones. So he gets inside of a refrigerator and closes it, and then he gets launched 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
And he lives. It's a ridiculous premise. It's a ridiculous thing. Could never happen. I mean, I would venture to say it's not very probable.
Right.
So they literally nuked the fridge on that one. Another example that you might recall, to kind of connect the dots here, is the movie Wild Wild West, with a giant mechanical spider in like the most important act of the movie, towards like the main jumble fight or whatever. All of a sudden this giant mechanical spider shows up in the middle of like the honky tonk like Wild West. Doesn't make any sense, does it? Makes zero sense. Someone forced it in. They jumped the shark, they nuked the fridge, they went out on a limb, they went way too far into like outer space and brought back this idea, and we're like, yeah, we'll just throw that in there. Everything else is normal, going along normal, and then giant mechanical spider set in 1812.
It feels like the mechanical spider should have been in Men in Black.
I mean, fine. Sure. Right. But that's jumping the shark. It's just out of the norm.
I get it. I've just never heard of that.
Right.
My question for you is, when you were in elementary school, did you guys say the Pledge of Allegiance every single day before class?
Yeah.
Do you think they still do that?
I have no idea. Could care less.
I mean, I don't care either. I'm just like...
Do they or don't they?
I'm curious if they do or not. If anyone knows, tell us. Or if you have kids, tell us. Because I feel
it's weird. I mean, there's definitely I've been conflicted person. I'm 32. I'm going to turn 33 next month. Hey. Tell you the P.O. box for my gifts.
I wish we had a P.O. box.
But it's, I've been conflicted about the Pledge of Allegiance, honestly, for a long time, because I believe in patriotism in essence, in a way, to be proud of where you come from, to be proud of the country that you were born into. I think could and can be a very beautiful self-expression, and a way to identify and communicate and relate to other people. The flip side of that is it can go and does go way too far in the whole nationalistic, over the top, where it's your country is your religion, kind of. And I don't agree with that. So I think the spectrum is good that it exists, but there's a lot of I think you should have some form of pride in relationship with where you come from.
Right.
But not to the point where that destroys all other perspectives and opinions. we're number one, we're the best, everything else is crap. It's like, well,
Right.
statistics would say otherwise. So it's like keeping an open mind and that we're all in this together and that borders are just drawn on maps and
Yeah,
stuff
so
like
many
that.
opinions. Oh, well, I decided to ask you that. I was curious because I remember just grade school, just constantly, like every single morning, and like
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah.
Like,
except they said it way slower.
how are you going to have a little kid be having to say words like indivisible? That's just cruel. I think that's child cruelty. To be like, hey, toddler, I'm going to teach you this word that there's no way you can pronounce this.
You don't
so you have a whole room of people
no
going,
idea.
imbadibazole with liberty and mustard for all. It's like, you said mustard. You're going to the principal's office.
I had to be taken out of regular class to go into reading comprehension special one-on-one training because I couldn't.
How's that going?
It bleeds into my current adult life.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. With that being said, thanks for listening, you guys.
Whoa. Hey.
Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. And if you have the time and the energy, please do rate us on Apple Podcasts. We really appreciate it.
Oh, yes, we do.
It really helps the show. And if you've been a supporter, a watcher, a fan of the YouTube videos, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That also helps. And follow us on Instagram at All About It Podcast. And we love ya.
Also, did you know Arielle's got a print shop?
I do.
All right. Yeah, you do. For years. For years.
Coming up on 4 years. And we have a code for our special All About It peeps.
All About It. At discount.
All About It at checkout.
Discount? At discount?
All About It at checkout for 20% off.
Is that
presets, prints, framed prints, canvases.
Really couldn't.
Everything you want.
You couldn't splurge for like a little bit more than 20%? That's the best you can do.
You literally came up with it.
All right.
You are the mastermind behind the e-commerce.
Agree to disagree. We appreciate you guys tuning in this week and every week. Tune in next week for a brand new episode of the All About It podcast, courtesy of Main Man Bennett, Bargles Man 5000, back here and or again with...
That's right. Thank you for listening.
Till.